It's really hot. Tools to use when you're offline. How to live fully in the offline world. Sometimes we get so conscious about our presence in the moment that we overthink and we neglect using the moment as we fully should. The first thing that I normally use is a book. I always carry a book with me. Carrying a book, it helps you as a talk starter, because normally every time that I meet a person, like for the first time, and I carry a book, the immediate question, may not be the first, but the second or the third is, what you reading? What's the book about? And then you can explore more the subject. It can be like a romance, it can be like a psychology book or economics book, and from that on you can spread in other more dense subjects. And for me it's also a form of to not give to the immediate gratification of scrolling. If you observe normally what happens in mostly any queue, it can be in a shopping line, a banking line, whatever there's a queue, our immediate posture or immediate action is, okay, this is boring, I will get my phone just to be on board. There's any notification, but then we go with those reasons, but we keep on using for other purposes. My approach to this is carrying a book. Instead of going immediately to the phone, I go, no, the phone is okay, no one is like reaching out. If they are reaching out urgently, they are calling, not sending a message or notification. And with that, I try to rewire my brain to seek for a more interesting place to put my attention, because time is limited, and if you can seize the moment to learn a bit more, even if it is just 1-2 minutes, it may give you a perspective, and you learn. Another tool that I use to seize the moment offline is an app called TimeLeft. So if you don't know, TimeLeft is like an app. It's like, no, it's an app. It's a platform that allows you to go to a dinner, or I think they have now the drinks feature, and instead just being on Wednesdays, it's also possible on Fridays. So they are going through a bit of a changes, which is good, because not everyone has the possibility to go on a Wednesday, and if they want to stay later, it's a bit harder. So nice detail, nice touch on that. But TimeLeft is, you go to a restaurant and there's 6 people random that the app selects based on your interests, your age, your psychology traits, whatever, and you have a good time. You don't have any expectation, you just go there and you live the moment. You enjoy, you share your perspectives, and it's good because in a world that is so driven by dating apps and you want to socialize, but it's like awkward to approach a person that you don't know and try to socialize, and your friends, some of your friends already have kids and so on, and you just don't fit in, and you want to build another type of friend network because you're moving to another country, or because you're in another financial level and you want to learn with other people that have the same interests, for example, business related and so on. It's a tool that improves that process, helps you socialize, meet new people, and the contacts that you make there, some of them keep on going, some of them even can lead to trips and travels and so on. Another tool, it's a set of cards that I discovered kind of 2-3 months ago, and they are very good for talk starter. They are a bit odd, but they are very funny, and like sometimes we get tired of work and we don't have the patience to, okay, let's have an idea of what I can ask to keep the conversation flowing and so on. Sometimes you just brain rot type of thing. And instead of going to the phone and trying to get the good questions and so on, you can use some of this or this. So if you don't know, one is one is more tricky than the other. the bad choices are normally a bit more tricky, and there are adult cards like in the other one, yeah, that they have tricky questions. But I will try to take one random, if it is not too. Okay, this one is create a question yourself. So let me try another for you just to get an idea. I mean, this is not. This is tricky. It's one of the tricky, but as you saw, I smiled. I laughed at it. I'm trying to understand all the question because this is in Portuguese. Were you able to receive 500,000 euros, but you had to play with your nipples every time you talked? So it's like a flirty, banter, tricky questions. But yeah, they're nice. It depends on the the people you're with, the personality and so on. And what do you meme? It's a bit different. It's like playing cards, but you have to fit the cards to the meme image that is given. So I can show you this one. Yeah. So you see, there's very famous memes, and you have to relate them with. You have to relate them with those cards. For example, it's in Portuguese again, but when you're trying to sleep, but when you're trying to sleep, but you can't stop thinking about the slice of chocolate cake that is in the fridge. So it could be this, but also it could be this. And for Portuguese people, they will know like this guy, like in the beginning of the millennium, early 2000s. This guy in every Porto match, he would appear, and yeah, and people still sees him in the airport and in downtown Porto, and they take pictures with him and so on. It's funny. He was always appearing like in the news and just staring near the journalist. So as you see, I started here by talking about the cards, but now I'm already talking about the situation, the context, and so on. So this is one example of how to enjoy how these tools really help to build a conversation with other people and socializing, living in the offline world. And last but not least, it's our hoodie. It's our hoodie that we are launching with a crowdfunding. We are trying to see how it will go, but mainly we have specific words, as you can see in the image, specific words always in the same place. And our goal is to, if you go to Japan, if you go to China, if you go to any other country that is not your native language, let's say, you can use the hoodie. You can use the hoodie and point to the words that you want. For example, you know that in this part will be water. You know that here is yes, here is no. There's name, age, sign, thank you. I think here is meat, fish, veggies, and if a person is single or in relationship, and here the phone number, and on the belly there's a pocket, and on the top of it says favorites. So favorite museum, favorite music, favorite movie, favorite trip, and there are they are like conversation talk starters. So if you're a bit shy, or if you're a bit like you don't know how to talk much but you want to know more and so on, you can enjoy the moment by pointing, like if you want food, you want food. If you want to know more about that person, you can point and know more about it, and you can say yes or no, and you can point to directions like right or left, and so on. So that's mainly it. We are making a crowdfunding. We want to decide which language we will print the first batch. We need to make at least from 500 to 1,000 hoodies, because of the costs. And if that goes well, we can expand to other languages, and yeah. This was our social tips to enjoy, to seize more the offline world, and yeah, leave in the comments more tips that you know that can be helpful, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.